Tejas.
Jagdish, I think Dr. Swamy, we lost Jagdish ji. Good evening, viewers. Namaste. Today we have a very interesting program. The title of the program is "The Fourth Bullet: Who Killed Bapu." Natraj Shetty, he is the author of the book, and we're going to discuss that. We have also uh, we have a Gandhian expert called Mohandas with us, so he's also going to join us. And of course, Dr. Swamy has been talking about this topic for a while. But before we jump into the program, we typically have this. We want to inform, educate the viewers. Sometimes we keep forgetting who are true, some of the unknown freedom fighters of the country. So with that, we're going to start with Janda Lal Dikshit ji. So he was with some of the freedom fighters we don't know, we don't realize. So our team makes an effort to go find these, and we want to share this with you. So Lal Dikshit was born in Baragaon village near Kanpur. So he was influenced by the Swadeshi movement and the British exploitation after partition of Bengal, etc. So this is we please read through this. One of the few people that we don't even know. I, for one, never come across these names, but it's good to know that India did have freedom fighters like this. With this,
Pandit Gendalal Dikshit was born on November 30, 1888, in Meh, Agra, Uttar Pradesh. A teacher by profession, he was inspired by the Swadeshi movement after the 1905 Bengal partition, dedicating his life to India's freedom. In 1907-08, he founded the secret revolutionary group, Shivaji Samiti, spreading across Jhansi, Etawah, Kanpur, and Agra to mobilize youth for the nationalist cause. Around 1915-16, Dikshit met revolutionary Ram Prasad Bismil, founder of Matruvedi. Together, they united regional factions, strengthening the armed struggle for independence. The Mainpuri conspiracy of 1918 led to Dikshit's arrest and imprisonment at Agra Fort in Mainpuri, but he escaped and continued his work underground in Delhi. Despite battling tuberculosis, he remained committed until his death on December 21, 1920. Today, he is remembered as the Dronacharya of North India's revolutionaries, a mentor whose courage continues to inspire generations.
So with this, we start our program. As you, okay, Jagdish, you're back. Go ahead.
Today is episode number 278, and we are discussing a book written by Natraj Shetty, which is titled The Fourth Bullet: Who Killed Bapu. It is a 454 pages book, and we'll be releasing it shortly here. And we have with us the author Natraj Shetty and also Mr. T.G. Mohandas from Kochi, who also has a lot of information on this whole episode of The Fourth Bullet. And we have Dr. Subramaniam Swamy, who will tell us also of his insights and his philosophy behind this whole fourth bullet. Natraj Shetty is based in Mumbai and is a seasoned professional with 30 plus years leadership in retail, e-commerce, and branded apparels. And he is a writer of this book. Some upcoming books of him are Wrath of Fire, Pratishodh, Silent March, and another book, No One Killed Sunanda Pushkar. So these are some of the books in the pipeline. As you all know, T.G. Mohandas is based in Kochi, and he's an engineer come lawyer fighting for public causes and PILs. He's an electrical engineer and now has got a law degree, and inspired by Dr. Swamy and the other activities, he has become a lawyer, and he is very popular on the local TV channels of Kerala, Malayalam channels, and he has been championing Hindu issues, and he's steadfast on his right views. So, without much delay, today's discussion on this book, The Fourth Bullet, Who Killed Bapu? And then we will have the author and Mohandas speak on the subject. Thank you, and sorry for the technical hitch we had at the start of the program. Over to Dr. Swamy.
Well, the core matter in this is that Mahatma
You can
Gandhi.
start, Dr. Swamy.
Yes, I'm starting. Mahatma Gandhi used to go for a prayer meeting every day. And on that particular day, he was slightly delayed because there was a question of his persuading Sardar Patel from not resigning, because Sardar Patel was fed up with Jawaharlal Nehru. And so Gandhi persuaded him, saying that, well, don't worry, we will divide the portfolios in such a way that I will see that you will get as much as Jawaharlal Nehru, and you should not be in this mood that I want to get out and go away. So finishing that, he had Manu and the other girl, on whose shoulders he used to put his two hands, and he walked to the place where the platform was there for him to do the prayers. So when he when close there, suddenly out of the blue, his killer suddenly appeared before him, Godse, and he did a namaste, and then he shot him. But the whole issue is now coming out because as far as Godse was concerned, he was not able to fire more than two shots because Gandhi immediately fell. But Gandhi's body, which was never subject to any of the investigations that normally should be done. Yeah, what is it?
Postmortem.
Postmortem, yes, postmortem. And so Gandhi was, immediately taken to the Birla House, and he was put on the floor, which they should never have done. And then he died, and the next day they have him had him burnt, and did his Anteshtiya, as they say. So, question is why this happened this way. Gandhi was not going alone. He had one arm on one young lady, and the other, both working for him in his area. And this man suddenly comes out and says that does a namaste, and then boom, shoots him. But ultimately, the issue is that was there only two shots, or there were more? None of this was investigated at all. And so the question became that the killing of Gandhi was not just some madman coming and shooting him like Godse was, but it was a planned one. In fact, Godse had tried in January 20 to do the same thing, but he failed. And then again he was brought, and he came by aeroplane. In those days, aeroplane flights are very costly. So obviously the British were behind this, and they ensured that he went back again, and then the shooting took place. But more importantly, he Godse kept saying right through the investigation, the court cases, he said that I did only fire 2, but Gandhi had 4. Now, how did these other 2 come? There was no way of deciding, because the next day Gandhi's body was put in flame, and that was the end of Gandhi. So obviously there was a plan to get rid of Gandhi, and this has happened. And I think so far we have been told all kinds of lies about the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. But now this has given us this. I've been, of course, earlier on talking about this, that Gandhi's death investigation was never properly done. But now this book has come out, and that has a lot of material which all of you should read, and therefore we consider this is important enough to be publicized this way in Gyan Ganga. Over to you, Jagdish.
Thank you, Dr. Swamy. We will be formally releasing this book online. Those who have the copies of the book can release this or see this book, The Fourth Bullet, which is published by notionpress.com and is available in hard copy and paperback. And it can be also, we will tell you in the course of the program how it can be ordered online. In fact, if you see on the screen, there is a code there where you can order online. So with this, I would now request Natraj Shetty, who is also based in Mumbai, to tell us what inspired him to write the book and what is the book all about. And then we will have after that Mr. Mohandas's reaction also. So it is over to Natraj Shetty to start the discussion on the book Fourth Bullet, Who Killed Bapu, and tell us something about the whole conspiracy.
By the way, our friend, he didn't just do ordinary research. He's been my friend. He's worked with me. He went to all the laboratories or all the
Archives.
various places, archives and so on, and he did a thorough job. And therefore, his presentation today for us will be a great achievement. I don't want to interrupt it, but I thought this should be mentioned just now.
He is referring to Dr. Mr. Mohandas, who
Mohandas,
has done
yes.
extensive research on the book or the
Yes.
subject of the book.
Yes.
Natraj, please start.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome, everyone. It's an honor for me to be here on Gyan Ganga, Words of Wisdom, with side of Dr. Swamy. To go back, what inspired me to write this book? It was Dr. Swamy's daring statement in the Parliament in 2017-18 about Gandhi's assassination, and he brought this fourth bullet being heard when Gandhi was killed. So the whole story goes back to this particular thing, which inspired me to write this book. And it took me forward to do more research. And in the course of my interaction with Mr. Mohandas ji, he had a lot of information. He had already downloaded something around 88,000 pages of RTI, true RTI, about Gandhi's assassination. The more disturbing factors which comes to my mind, and I like to highlight, and which are being noted down in my book, there were not only one or two discrepancies in the Gandhi assassination. There were 14 discrepancies. We all know Godse came to kill Gandhi. He was determined to kill Gandhi. He did it. That's one part of the story. The second part of the story is that when Gandhi was shot, the world press reported 4 shots were heard, and when Godse was questioned during prosecution, he said that he fired 2 bullets, So the prosecution said, no, no, you fired 3 bullets. Then he said, he doesn't mind 2 or 3. I came to kill Gandhi, I killed him. That's what he said. The other disturbing factors which I have listed thoroughly in my book is when Gandhi was shot, he was not rushed to the hospital. He was taken into Birla House.
Yes.
He was made to lie down on the floor, and he was given water. And he, according to many researchers who were there present, they were of the opinion that Gandhi was alive for another 30-35 minutes after the shooting.
Yeah, correct.
Thereafter, they took him to the hospital. In the hospital, no postmortem was conducted, and the body was wrapped. And when the ritual bath, which was done in the night before the funeral, for the next day, one more bullet was recovered, and this has been documented in Manu's diary, page number 82. Manu was the girl who was there with Gandhi when he walked into the prayer meeting. Apart from this, Godse was on the watch list because there was an attempt made on 20th January 1948 on Gandhi, and thereafter Godse escaped. He came to Bombay. He was detained at the Gamdevi police station under suspicious condition. He was questioned, but he was let free. That time, our honorable Home Minister of Mumbai province was Murarji Desai. He was been asking Delhi to what has to be done, because there was a watch list on Godse and his team, but they said no, let him go. So there was a deeper conspiracy to get rid of Gandhi, and according to my research, there was an English hand into the killing of Gandhi.
Right.
Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, she was the ambassador of India in Moscow. She was tipped by the Russian intelligence that there is an English hand into the killing of Gandhi. And when she confronted it with Prime Minister Nehru, she was told to keep quiet on this, and that the whole thing died out.
Yes.
So then going back to the discrepancies, Manu, the two girls who were there aside of Gandhi, they were not called in when the trial was held.
Manu
They
and
were the
Abha,
key
right?
witness.
Natraj, Manu and
Key
Abha,
witness.
right?
Manu and Abha. They were the key witness, but they were not even summoned for the trial. Second is Godse was claimed that he fired 2 bullets. The world press reported 4 bullets. That's how the 4th bullet has come into picture. And there was a conspiracy to get rid of Gandhi, because Gandhi had made his intentions very clear that he made a big blunder by accepting partition, enforced by Nehru, who wanted to become the prime minister of the country. And there was a clash between Sardar Patel. So first he proposed was that now that we have got independence, we dissolve Congress. So Nehru said, no, we can't dissolve Congress. Second indication he was giving was that he will divide the Congress into 2 parts, one led by Nehru and another led by Sardar Patel. Then you can go to election, and whoever wins can become the prime minister. The day the thing Dr. Swamy reminded was Gandhi was late for the prayer meeting on 30th of January.
Right.
He was in a meeting with Sardar Patel. So
Right.
that very crucial meeting, no one knows about what happened. But if you go deep into it, Sardar Patel wanted to get out of the cabinet. So he said, "I'm quitting." So Gandhi said, "No, don't quit. I have a new plan. I will
Right.
install you. I will install you as the prime minister of the country by 14th of February. So you don't resign." That's what the last word Gandhi had with Sardar Patel. That's how Sardar Patel walked out. Gandhi came into the prayer meeting, and Godse at point blank range he fired at Gandhi. So the thing is,
There's a question
Godse, yeah,
there's a question
yes,
I would
yes,
like to give you.
yeah.
If Godse did all the firing, then how come there were 4 bullets in Gandhi's body?
Yeah, that's where the whole thing comes in, because there was no postmortem done. So according to the research who have seen the bullets with the old photographs which are there, they're saying that the 3 bullets, the bullets which are being visible in some of the pictures, they were not fatal. He basically he died because of a lot of bleeding, and he was not rushed to the hospital. For the information, there were 26 police officers manning Birla Bhavan, and there was a SP level officer also at the gate. There were vehicle at the disposal. They could have rushed Gandhi to the hospital, but they never did. They took 45 minutes to take him to the hospital. So someone wanted Gandhi dead. Godse did fire, but there was some deep conspiracy to get Gandhi out of the political scene of the country, because he was trying to be a hurdle for people in power. So they wanted to get rid of Gandhi. That's how they did it. And Englishman was involved, and this particular Englishman who was involved, he was basically a rogue intelligence English officer during World War II. He was involved in the attempt on Hitler in Germany, and he backed out. That's why the whole conspiracy in 1944 was exposed. Later onwards, he was involved in a bank robbery in Manchester, and he was deported to Australia. On the way to Australia, they had a transit in Mumbai. That's how the whole conspiracy plan B came into picture. The whole idea was, if they wanted to prevent Godse, they could have prevented Godse by arresting him. But they wanted Godse to do the killing, because they wanted to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The one was, they wanted to defame the Hindus of that time, and they wanted to implicate Veer Savarkar in the Gandhi assassination, because there was definitely Godse had used to meet Veer Savarkar. That's what people say, and he revered him. He said, "I consider him as a tall Hindutva leader." That's what he told in the trial. Also, apart from that, he had no knowledge about my conspiracy. There was a gang of people from Pune which had Vishnu Karkare, Digambar Badge, Shankar Kistaya. They all were part of Godse's, Narayan Apte, who was hanged along with Godse for the crime. So this is how the whole story goes. So there was a clear-cut agenda to defame the Hindus, implicate Veer Savarkar in the murder conspiracy. Fortunately, when the trial was held, Veer Savarkar was acquitted. They could not find any evidence against him, and that's how he became a free man. But still, even today, in the present generation, they still blame Veer Savarkar for Gandhi's assassination or conspiracy for murder.
Yeah.
So this is what is my thing in the book. It's a well-researched book, a long book. It's basically more of a historical fiction aspect has been given to it, with some documents which are like very, very much in the public domain. That's my submission.
Thank you, Natraj. We'll discuss it further. Thank you, Natraj. We'll discuss it further.
Yeah.
Now, as Dr.
Yeah.
Swamy has mentioned, T.G. Mohandas has done a lot of research on this issue, and as Natraj has already acknowledged it in his book, and he has mentioned Mr. Mohandas's hard work. So I would request Mr. Mohandas to give us an insight on this assassination of Mahatma Gandhi and the fourth bullet and the circumstances and whatever he has from his deep research he has done. Over to Mr. Mohandas, who is based in Cochin.
Thank you, Jagadish. I would appreciate this book. Before that, I must openly inform everybody that there is no contribution from my side in this book. Natraj, out of his kindness and decency, he acknowledged my name. In fact, once or twice we spoke over phone, that too for maybe 6 or 7 minutes, nothing more than that. He has not taken any material from me, not any photocopy. I have not sent any long messages or mails to him. Everything was done by him. He was so kind enough to acknowledge me, but I don't know why he acknowledged. Anyway, this is the truth. He has not taken any input from me whatsoever. It is all independently done by Natraj Shetty. He might have taken help from some other source, but not from me. I must say this. And nevertheless, I am thankful that he mentioned my name in his book. Number two, this is the third book in my life I am encountering. This gives a fresh, different perspective about Gandhi's assassination. The first narration was in 1971. There was a big drama artist in Kerala, N.N. Pillai. He was a member of INA. After INA days, he was a skilled man. He was writing dramas, directing, and he will be the main character in that drama. He wrote a drama which was very popular in those days in 1971. The drama was named Supreme Court. Now he imagined that Godse is being put under retrial in Supreme Court. Of course, Supreme Court never does a retrial, but it's all imagination. The drama goes so. There is a Supreme Court judge sitting. Godse is an accused, and Gandhi is in witness box. Another man in witness box is Jesus Christ. The third man is Karl Marx. So this was the setup. And that is the first time this number of bullets come into dialogue. What happens is Godse establishes that he saved Gandhi from humiliation and ignominy at the hands of Congress politicians. If I didn't kill you at that time, you would have been reduced to nothing. आपको पागल बना देते हैं ये लोग कांग्रेस वाले, आपको भिखारी बना देते हैं. You will be dying without any acknowledgement from public. You will be a hated man. You will be painted as a hated man, as a madman, etc., etc. And he put forth his argument. Finally, Gandhi in the witness box, he gets up and he says, Godse is correct. I admire him. Finally, Godse is asking, now 3 bullets I have fired on Gandhi. There are 4 bullets remaining. So the question comes, how come Beretta was a 6-shooter revolver? So only 6 bullets have to be there. 3 you have fired. You should have only 3 in balance. Godse says, you are all fools. You don't know a Beretta revolver. It is a 6-shooter revolver. It is called 6-shooter, but it has 7 bullets. 6 in that drum which can rotate, and 1 in the barrel ready to shoot. That is how Beretta works. I have the transcript of the drama with me because it was published later on. It is still there, that dialogue. So that was the first time I encountered with the number of bullets. Now years passed by, then a Marathi drama came by Pradeep Dalvi, Me Nathuram Godse Boltoy. That is available in YouTube even now. in which Godse is being asked, where did you get this revolver? He says, I got it from Hindu refugees. Now, who are they? He says they don't have any name. He is asked, do you remember their face? Godse says in a painful voice that Hindu refugees never had a name or a face. That it was only pain, full of pain, that's all. Now, this was a different narration from Godse's side by Pradeep Dalvi. Pradeep Dalvi stopped short of eulogizing Godse because it will be a problem, but still this drama created big problem in Maharashtra, especially in Pune. There were some attack on Pradeep Dalvi. He escaped. Lot of problems were there. That was the second time I encountered with a different narrative. The third time, it was not a narrative, it was only a discussion between me and Dr. Swamy. I went to National Archives and collected these documents, and they asked me 40,000 rupees to be deposited to give photocopies. I didn't have that sort of money with me. They said parliamentarians have discount. So if you bring a letter from a parliamentarian, you can get discount, 2/3 discount. Then again, I went to Dr. Swamy. I told him I don't have money. They are saying, then Dr. Swamy gave me a letter, which I produced in National Archives, and they reduced the money to 13,000. Even that money I didn't have. And Dr. Swamy financed me there. So the whole project was financed by Dr. Swamy. I did the dog's job, that is true, but all finances were met by Dr. Swamy. Even my return ticket, I fell short of another 3,000. That was also given by Dr. Swamy at that time. So total 16,000 rupees was spent by Dr. Swamy. Only the labor portion was done by me. This is what we call big research done by Mohandas. It is not so. But then after going through all these papers around, I took photocopies of around 4,000 or 5,000 pages. Total it is 11,000 pages. That is all, train ticket, flight ticket, hotel room, food bill, etc. Everything is preserved for criminal case. So all those are not required now. Then I found this discrepancy in Godse's statement in during trial. He says, I remember I was determined to fire 2 shots, but now you people say it is 3. Okay, doesn't matter, 2 or 3. I killed, I take the responsibility. That was Godse's words. Exactly not this, but in this meaning. And the criminal case doesn't mention anything about number of bullets after that. Now, in a criminal case, number of bullets are very important. There are other statements also, which Karkare, Gopal Godse, everybody says that we heard 3 or 4 shots. The newspaper reports, they are also unsure. Some writes 3 shots, some have written 4 shots. I have gone to the archives of Matrubhumi newspaper in Kerala, which was a national newspaper then. And Dr. Swamy arranged the archives of Hindu newspaper from Chennai. I need only front pages of these papers from January 31st to February 10th. I perused through all these newspaper pages. There was several mentions of 3 shots and 4 shots. And I think Pakistan's Dawn newspaper that is available in internet, they also said 4 bullets. There are foreign agencies, Associated Press, etc. They also reported 4 bullets. One fellow reported that Godse tried to kill himself and he fired a bullet, but it did not touch his head. It went to the air, but that bullet was not recovered from the ground. Just give me a moment. There is some problem with my mobile. Yeah, it's right.
Mohandas, we can hear you actually.
So that is how the fourth bullet story goes. Now, this is officially, this is the third time in a book the fourth bullet is reappearing by Natraj Shetty. He has done fantastic research for this book. And I was surprised, I was excited by the style of his writing. It is quite matching with, shall I say, Arthur Haley, who wrote that novel Airport, or Dominic Lapierre and Larry Collins, who wrote Freedom at Midnight, in which you will find another narrative about Gandhi. But Natraj Shetty has written in that style, which if you lift the book for reading, you will read it full, then only you will put it down. That is how dramatically he arranged the story. Now, he has given a big, long disclaimer at the start, saying that this is a fiction, etc., which I thought you need not have given that big an explanation. Okay, an explanation is required, but this type of historio novels, how do we call it? I don't know. Historiography, or some name is there. Because history mixed with some imagination. So such novels are there. In fact, you know, The Fifth Horseman, again by Dominic Lapierre and Larry Collins. And the characters in that novel are the then American President Jimmy Carter, then Colonel Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, Gaddafi planting a thermonuclear bomb in New York City and threatening to blow it up into pieces if Israel doesn't withdraw from West Bank. That was his demand. And it was such a catching novel. And the then Prime Minister of Israel, Menahem Begin, was the character. Soviet Union was ruled by Leonid Brezhnev at that time. All these names are given and they have constructed a story. No one objected. No defamation suit filed, nothing. So what I feel is the disclaimer given at the start of the this historiography was not that much necessary. It should have been reduced for namesake. In case if somebody invokes dirty cases against you, you should have a defense. Therefore, a mandatory explanation would have been sufficient. And you wrote it fantastically. Now, since the suspense is already out, you suspect a fourth bullet. I also suspect a fourth bullet. Gandhi's postmortem was not done, but definitely an inquest was done. Inquest is the first step, postmortem is the second. In the inquest, they have recorded only 3 bullet wounds, 5 wounds, 3 on the front. 2 bullets went through his body and came out from the backside. So 2 wounds on the back. So 3 plus 2, 5 wounds were there in the book. I don't think someone can manage at that instance the number of wounds. If there were 4 bullets, 4 wounds would have been there. Later on, after 50 years, if you suspect showing a black and white photograph, it's very difficult. Now, this problem was raised by one Mr. Pankaj Phadnis. He loosely belongs to, he stays in England, I think. He loosely belongs to the old Abhinav Bharat. He spoke to me over phone. He wanted whatever documents I have collected, he wanted. I said, why do you need? He said, I am going to approach Supreme Court with a case. I said, myself and Dr. Swamy, we are planning to approach Supreme Court to have a re-investigation into the whole matter, a judicial inquiry into the matter. Then he said, no, I will file a case with the Supreme Court. I said, I cannot part with the documents unless Dr. Swamy authorizes me. Then he didn't speak anything. He stopped. But he went to Supreme Court. This was in 2017 or so. He went to Supreme Court with some imagination, some conspiracy theory. He filed a case. Now, Supreme Court, surprisingly, they admitted the petition and they asked an amicus curiae to find out whether something is remaining to be inquired in Gandhi murder case. After 2 or 3 months, amicus curiae, I forgot his name, amicus curiae filed his report saying that nothing is remaining in this case. Every angle has been investigated. And after that, there was a Kapoor commission that also went into this Gandhi murder. So now nothing remains. And the Supreme Court dismissed the petition. अब क्या हो गया? He has closed the doors of litigation forever. Once Supreme Court has closed an issue on Gandhi murder, now neither Dr. Swamy nor me can go to the Supreme Court saying that we want to reopen, unless we find some earth-shaking evidence. Now our evidences are, I must say, legally, it is not earth-shaking. They are evidences, they have value, but it is not earth-shaking. So as the Supreme Court will reconsider the judgment. Otherwise, the whole Supreme Court mindset has to change, etc. It's very difficult. It was so sad that Pankaj Phadnis, in his enthusiasm, went and filed a case and got a negative thing, barring everybody else from filing case. Now, every this high stake assassination will have associated controversies also worldwide, you see. Whosoever is dead or killed, there will be controversies. Nehru was dead, not killed. But there is controversy. Everybody knew. Those who don't know, they can ask confidentially Dr. Swamy what happened to Nehru, why he was dead. So this is all known. Controversy is there. Shastri, controversy is there. Deenadayal Upadhyaya, nobody knows how he died. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, controversy is there. John F. Kennedy, still controversy is there. So controversies accompany this high-level, high-stake assassinations. But Gandhi's case is a bit different because there is a string of lapses in the case. Now you take Manu and Abha. They are the prime witnesses. Who else have seen Godse in close quarters firing Gandhi? It was Manu and Abha. All other people were there, but nobody knew that Godse is going to fire. But Godse taking out the revolver, saying Namaste to Gandhi, and then firing, this was closely watched by Manu and Abha. But the prosecution decided not to try them. They are in the witness list. I think witness 148 was Manu and 167 was Abha. D.K. Daftari was the prosecutor. He was #1 criminal advocate. I think he was from Mumbai, especially deputed for this. Now, Daftari gave in writing to the court that I am not going to try Manu and Abha for the reasons best known to them. And according to our criminal law, prosecution decides which witness is to be tried. So Manu and Abha was not tried. Two prime witnesses were not tried. What could be the reason? Now later on, Manu wrote a book in which she said that Godse came on January 29 to Birla House. Gandhi was sleeping because it was cold. He was sleeping outside in the courtyard to get some sunshine, and he slept. By around 11:30 or 12 o'clock in the morning, Godse came. Gandhi was sleeping. No one disturbed him. Godse also didn't disturb him. But Godse came, touched his feet, and offered his namaskar and went out. Manu says that I remember this fellow. He came yesterday at noon. I know his face. It is a very short span. How can I forget him within 24, 36 hours? And there were a lot of other people also who came to Gandhi, but nobody touched his feet. No one touched him, but Godse touched him. Therefore, I remember his face. This was the man who came there yesterday. Now, what does it mean? Godse was roaming free around. In spite of having 6 times attempted on Gandhi's life, Godse was free. Free to approach Gandhi, touch his feet. See, this type of thing creates a serious suspicion in people's mind. But in criminal law, suspicion, howsoever strong, cannot be treated as evidence. Bhai, theek hai. But then conduct a judicial inquiry. Number 2, still there are papers which are confidential. Now, don't think that once the papers are coming to National Archives, they are public. It is not so. I went to Gandhi papers. There are certain papers which are still marked as confidential. FIR on Gandhi's murder, that is confidential. Then they said, you meet the director. If the director permits, we will give you a copy. I went to the director. I said, sir, why you are not giving me a copy? Then he said, I don't know. Traditionally, it is kept as secret. So I am also keeping it as secret. See, you are a man of great eminence. You did not say that there is a tradition and custom in National Archives. Finally, he said, okay, what is your purpose? I said, this is my purpose, to collect this document. I am working on this project along with Dr. Subramanian Swamy. Oh, that great man. Okay, why? Then he immediately telephoned the assistant director, said, ki bhaiya inko copy de do. That is how I got the copy of the FIR. It is written in Urdu. They gave me English translation also. English translation was also as old as the Urdu original. But original FIR was in Urdu. Now, the communication between Vijayalakshmi Pandit and Jawaharlal Nehru, that is still confidential in National Archives. Vijayalakshmi Pandit later on went to USA as ambassador. There were letters sent by Vijayalakshmi Pandit. They are also confidential. One letter showing Vijayalakshmi Pandit being teased by Russians. That letter came to Dr. Swamy's hand, I don't know from where. And I understand Dr. Swamy sent it with a covering note to the then President Pranab Mukherjee. Pranab Mukherjee sent it to Home Ministry and nothing happened. It will be sleeping in Home Ministry. These are the documents I am speaking about National Archives. Now, there are some files with Home Ministry till now. I don't know why they are not declassified. Generally, after 6 years, 60 years, everything should be declassified. Nothing should be secret. But in our country, there are full of secrets. Everybody is keeping a secret. Now, even in 1962, there was a report on India-China war. BJP was asking for that report to be published. I forgot the name of that report. Some British people prepared that about the war. So Arun Jaitley was vociferously asking, make that report public. Why are you keeping it secret, etc. When BJP came to power, Congress started asking, why don't you make this public? Why don't you make it? But BJP will not. I'm sure he will avoid such questions. I don't know why these people are keeping. It is all about Jawaharlal Nehru, V.K. Krishnan, General Kariyappa. Everybody has been died. Now, what is wrong if you allow those papers to be Henderson-Brook report. That is how it is. Henderson-Brook report. There were some Sardarji also in the military. They were also involved in that inquiry report. After all, it is an inquiry report. Let people know what happened during 1962 war. No, it is secret. श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी को क्या हो गया? No, it is secret. विजय लक्ष्मी पंडित ने क्या लिखा 1948 में? No, that is secret. अरे इतना बड़ा secret है, क्या है? We are an authoritarian state. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. But then every bureaucrat feels that he is entitled to keep country's secret with him. It is not country's secret. This is all nasty operations by dirty people, which at least after their death, it is to be exposed. Okay, if there was a nexus in killing Gandhi, there was a controversy, let it come out. Abhi to koi zinda nahi hai. Nobody is going to get hanged. Some of your famous people will become infamous. So, तो क्या हो गया? तो क्या हुआ? होने दो ना. So, but we are not an open society. We like keeping secret. We talk secretively. Anyway, and that is how it is. Still, Home Ministry is holding papers of Gandhi assassination. I don't know when it is going to come. And take Nehru Museum. 50 boxes of document was taken back by Sonia Gandhi. Now the government is begging with her, भाई दे दो हमको, वापस दे दो, आप क्यों लेके गए? अरे, it was under your custody. You could not protect your document. She took it to her residence, number 10 Janpat, and you are begging now with that lady. So this is the way we are not keeping our documents. These are all historical documents. If we have not done enough research, our next generation is definitely going to research. World is not going to end with Natraj Shetty or Mohandas. World will change. New people will come. There are good nationalists coming as a young generation. They will do further research and they will find out what happened. So such ko to bahar aana hi hai. And truth has this uncanny knack of surfacing its head at the most inopportune moment, for which we have to leave some leads to the posterity. That is what I have to say as preface. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohandas ji. Before we ask Natraj one question and then take Ramesh's question, Natraj, why have you called this book a fiction and not mentioned? Is it something else? One question our viewers have been asking.
I have deliberately called it a historical fiction because I wanted to carry a story along the fourth bullet, because I could not document that some Englishman came and just shot Gandhi with his revolver. So I had to create a story behind this whole thing. As Mr. Mohandas has been telling, most of the evidence are being destroyed in this particular case. If it is there in the archives, National Archive, there might be something which are might not be useful to go deep into the conspiracy. So I had to take a path where I had to explain the story in front of the people, giving the background, how it could have happened. So that's the fiction part. But most of the documentations are in the public domain, which are real.
Okay, thank you, Natraj. Dr. Swamy, do you have any comments or questions before Ramesh asks the question and we'll end up the show, because we have already have 55 minutes and it is still going on.
I have no question except to say that don't give up on further such probing that you have. This probing you have done you deserve congratulations for it. Don't keep it alive. Keep it alive. Ultimately, the truth will come out in full. That's all I would say.
Okay, Ramesh ji, your question and then your comments, and then perhaps we can wind up the program.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Jagdish. Natraj, thanks for writing this book, and Mohandas ji, thanks for your for all the things that you did, or at least between in your research for this in the subject, not necessarily the book. Dr. Swamy, the question is to you: what is anybody gaining by keeping this still a secret, Dr. Swamy? What, as Mohandas said, it's 60 plus years over, whatever. What are they going to gain? Isn't, I mean, even after a long time they released the Kennedy papers, but it's not still full, but at least released it. I mean, there is some redaction, but what is preventing, who's going to get offended here, Dr. Swamy, or what is the issue?
The Nehru family is still in Indian politics. I remember even at the time when I was very good friends with Rajiv Gandhi, he also told me, just don't get me into this, because my family will get nervous about it. I don't know why he should say that, but he said it, and I dropped it because he was a good friend of mine, and there's nothing I was going to do by getting any of this material. So I think somewhere, the history will be, you can damn these people, and the entire family will be will pay a very heavy price. So that's why it is not being allowed.
But Dr. Swamy, Buddhu and none of these people were even alive, or for that matter, anywhere close to the situation when Gandhi was killed. Okay, and plus, for the past 12 years, this so-called Congress family is nowhere there. So what is preventing this government?
The reputation of the family will be destroyed.
Okay. No, okay. So isn't that?
And these people will have to pay a price for that. You see, it's not that they were part of the fraud, but they are part of the family.
No, Dr. Swamy, the question is what Ramesh perhaps wants to know, and sorry to interrupt. He wants to know that family is not in power today, and what is preventing the present leaders who are in power, or the people in power, from disclosing the truth. They may be not in power, but preventing the present leader of
mutual blackmail. You think Modi has nothing to hide? He's got plenty to hide.
So it's a quid pro.
Quid pro quo, yeah.
Yes, actually.
The same goes with Netaji's file. Partly declassified, but most of it has not been declassified.
Yes, it was the same Modi who refused to make it all out public.
And
why?
And a mere fact, Dr. Swamy, that nobody can dare even fictionalize this, leave alone say what actually happened. Like what Natraj has said. I mean, somebody commented, somebody can make a movie out of this book. Sadly, Natraj, they can't make a movie. In their book, if you had mentioned somewhere that Modi was there in Sabarmati Ashram at that time, they would have made this movie. Sadly, you missed that opportunity for this book to be made into a movie. Unfortunately, even though a factually correct book, this cannot be made. Dr. Swamy, quick, in all of this, Natraj began this, the vilification of Hindus. And I think that is an easy target. The Hindus can be vilified for everything, but protect a family. It is a strange thing. So, Dr. Jagdishji, let's close. It's getting too late now for now. So anyway, viewers, thank you. We had a very good show again. Very interesting show. Thought-provoking. Please do buy the book. I'll quickly put the bullet. I mean, again, I'll put the book again for your viewing. It's called The Fourth Bullet, Who Killed Bapu by Natraj Shetty. You can get it on Amazon. If not, you have the QR code also here. So please read the book. It's interesting. At least for we all know that the government is not going to release it, but at least you should know that enough amount of time, research, and effort was put in by Natraj to put this thing together. It is important that you read it. You can make your own conclusions. I mean, so thankfully, I think it is important, but he has put all facts in place. With this, Dr. Swamy, thank you again. I think it's an interesting. I think it was a very, very interesting topic that we covered today. As Janvi Swasini says, sensitive topic. Yes, it has been explained, but again, viewers, please understand that these days we just have to walk a fine line. But I think Natraj has done a phenomenal job in putting a book. It's a very interesting reason as to why he put it in a fictional way. I think it'll be interesting to read it that way. In a pure historical fact, nobody would have read it. If it's like a historical book, nobody says, "Oh, I would have want to read history." But when you put it in a different way, I think people will get a much better interest in reading it. Thank you, Mohandas, for your insight into the subject. Viewers, we will meet again next time, next week, with another topic. Arvindji is not here; he's on travel, so I'm doing the closing honors today. So anyway, thank you, everybody. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hind.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jai Hind.